What's up, family? Welcome back to Truthville, USA. I am Q. Do you sometimes feel like you're the last sane person left on earth? I mean, every once in a while it feels that way. That's why I thank God for you guys. I thank God for this community that we're building, this family, because I learned just as much from you guys at times as you guys hopefully are learning from the information we're bringing. Because I tell you what, sometimes it's like, what are we doing here? So we had a huge victory in the courts today that came out today. Many of us have been fighting for election integrity. There's been a lot of good news in the way of election integrity. I'm going to be covering a few of those today. But in this one instance, Pennsylvania will more than likely decide who is going to be the president of the United States. That's a huge state for us to win. And so one of the issues that we've been running into in all of these states is that how do you deal with all of these ballots just showing up after the election is over? It's like, oh, well, Republicans got 1 million votes. Okay, well, we've got 800,000. Okay, well, wait a minute. We found 300,000 votes, and every last one of them is for Biden. Yeah, so the courts put a kibosh on that nonsense. So they ruled that any ballots that are not dated or do not have correct dates on them cannot be counted. Now, Democrats are losing their minds over this ruling, and they're citing that it violates civil rights. Why is it that every single time that the law is upheld, they try to make it sound as though, well, it's going to affect people and it's going to disproportionately affect blacks and Latino voters? Guys, come on now. It used to be, do you remember the old days where you had to be there on Tuesday in order to vote? And if you weren't there, you didn't get to vote? Do you remember that? Where you showed your ID, they gave you one ballot, you went into the little cubicle, the little box, filled it out, put it inside the little wooden box, and walked away. Do you remember that? And then, do you also remember that before you went to bed that night, you knew who the president was going to be? It wasn't that long ago, guys. It wasn't that long ago at all. But somehow, forgive me, let me adjust this camera. Somehow we've been made to believe that this is no longer possible. With all of the additional technology that we have, that's not going to happen anymore. But I'm excited about the fact that, guys, please forgive me. I'm excited about the fact that we now have this ruling in the 3rd District Court. Now, you know this is going to the Supreme Court, which we wanted to. That's a good thing. This is going to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is going to do what they've been doing and saying that, hey, this is a state's issue. So absolutely, it should be that the dates, if the dates do not line up with the ballot, it is not going to be counted. The problem was, as we saw this in 2020, all of these things came up. They weren't postmarked. They weren't dated, or they were improperly dated, and they had to be counted. Everybody got a vote. This is going to cut down on being able to all of a sudden add votes later on in order to make sure that a particular candidate gets enough votes for the victory. So huge victory today, huge win in the courts. I know it doesn't seem like they've been coming fast enough, but this is one that we should definitely celebrate. Comment below. Let me know what you guys think about this. Subscribe to the channel. You're not going to want to miss today. There's a lot of good stuff coming. I'll see you guys next time. Be blessed.